What's up, everyone? It's me, Pat, joined with my good friend Brandon. And what is going on, sir?
Not much. You will notice that I'm no longer talking into a tin can, as I did buy a real mic. So
Good job, sir.
that is something we're
Welcome,
mentioning.
welcome to the club, and finally you sound like you.
Yep. Pretty much nobody on the internet knows yet. This is what I sound like. The other person, Duma, a friend of mine, used to watch. He'd always be like, "Man, your mic's so terrible. People have no idea what you actually sound like." I'm like, no, they don't. But whatever.
It happens.
People are starting to complain.
Dude, now that we have starting to have viewers on the podcast or getting more viewers, yeah, they're complaining a little bit that your mic is pretty horrendous.
Yeah, it was mostly from when I was casting with Ann for Ravi. He's doing his breaking out qualifiers. We were doing one of those. There's like, I don't know, like 200 some people watching, and I'm like, man, this guy's mic's awful. So that was good times. Also, I did get to make a bunch of I used to do this forever ago, but not anymore jokes. So that was good times.
Yeah, that sounds like definitely good times. So what are we doing here? Well, we had Pro Tour this weekend, and there was it was interesting. There's some news we'll talk about in the podcast tomorrow.
Happened, man.
Yeah, I guess he just wasn't playing Mono Blue.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was gonna play Mono Blue, but
because that's what he'd been practicing at the SCG Open. So I figured he was on Mono Blue, and that's what he was doing.
And like all his videos were Mono Blue, like for standard. Yeah. So everybody figured he'd just be on Mono Blue, and he's like, no, black white.
Yeah. Well, look at Huey. Huey's on black white, and he plays blue white control.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play black before, though. Obviously, Owen was going to be either mono black or black white.
Yeah. That's all Owen plays. Let's be honest.
Yeah. In this season.
Yeah.
It's pretty much been his deck.
So
that's why he's doing so well. Like, he knows how to mulligan with the deck, and he knows how to play it really well.
Well, it's like what CVM did with Gen Monsters. He he knows the deck.
Played the deck for like 3 months straight.
Yeah.
Gen Monsters not very good anymore, though, I think.
No, I think the new version of Gen Walkers is better in some ways and worse in others.
I don't know. I am not sure. We'll have to see. But
we're gonna see. So what are we doing here? Every week we do a versus episode. Most of the time it's standard. Every now and again we're going to mix it up. You're going to see some Legacy. You're going to see some Modern. It's all on what you guys pick and what you guys want to see. But this week we thought we'd do a special episode with an ode to the PT. Ode to Pro Tour. And, we picked 2 decks on the Pro Tour that rose some eyebrows, and one man was tweeting about it nonstop. That's the deck you're playing. And the other man...
Who's that?
Mr. Patrick Cox. Don't you have him on Twitter?
No.
Oh, my God. My Twitter literally looked like a Patrick Cox feed.
Okay.
I love the man. I feel like I have to get him on our show now just so I can make fun of him a little bit for it.
I'm just not going to follow him.
No, he
tweets too much.
It was a lot of fun. So I said, all right, well, what can I do? And I said, well, you came up with the Pro Tour idea. I said, all right, well, you wanted to run Naya. And I said, well, his Brave Naya did the trick. And I said, what did I want to run? Well, I wanted to try the Gen Walkers. I believe CDM ran it last week, and I said I would love to try it this week. And our good Japanese friend came out with this list, and this is a sickening list. I never thought I'd see 4 Nissas in
a 3-color deck. There's 9 4s in the deck. Isn't that awesome? He just doesn't care. He's like, this is not one ability planeswalker, and it's good enough.
Yep. And when he did the interview, that's actually what he said. He goes, I don't think people have figured out how good she really is.
All my lands become 4/4 trampling, like just beaters. It's like a win condition on its own.
He goes, it doesn't die to Verdict. It doesn't die to Planetary Cleansing.
What doesn't die?
The lands. Because they're lands. It says because they are lands. It does not.
Well, no, Verdict will kill them.
No.
Planetary Cleansing won't.
No.
Planetary Cleansing just destroy all creatures.
Yeah, but he said either
I'll go look it up. Yeah,
look it up really quick, because I don't think it does.
The other one doesn't. Planetary Cleansing doesn't hit them.
Yeah.
Because that's just all permanents, but Supreme Verdict just destroy all creatures, yeah.
Yeah, but because they're lands, I think it's different.
No, I mean they're also creatures though.
Yeah, but it says I think you can't. I don't know how that works.
It kills them.
We have to test it
I
out.
do. It kills them. Yeah, I guess we can test it at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they die.
Doesn't matter. So Planar Cleansing doesn't kill them.
Yeah, Planar Cleansing doesn't.
So, and since that was the blue-white deck that was out there, he kind of just rolled that.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep.
Oh, you also can't target them with Attention Sphere?
Yeah, you can't target them with D-Sphere.
These lands are so resilient.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't even think of that one before. Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, Nis is really sweet, guys.
Yeah.
You should be playing her.
So, this deck is pretty awesome, and I said, all right, well, let me run that. Because I have an SCG open this weekend, and I need to figure out what I'm actually playing still.
It'd be a fun deck.
It could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially if 4 Nisses.
Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little broken.
Man, what is that guy's name? I don't know. I'll look it up.
Yuki
Ichikura. Something.
Ichikama.
Ichikama? There we go.
Ichikama.
Got it. You remember the name and I didn't? This is
Yep.
so weird. Anyway, yeah, he's pretty sweet. He's also the second pro turn road top hitting, so he's clearly just really good too.
He's a great deck builder. I've watched some of his stuff. Because he writes articles.
Stream?
Well, no, he doesn't stream. He writes articles, but they're in Japanese, but you can show the decks.
He does stream. He's the most popular Magic streamer.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just not on Twitch.
Okay, I catch him when he writes the articles.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And Mo does say Verdict does kill them. Mo is one of my buddies. He's going up there with me. He wanted to check this out because we both were curious on how this is going to play. So the decks we're playing is Joan Walker's versus Naya or Brave Naya.
Brave Naya, yeah.
Let's go into the deck list. Why don't we? So we're gonna look at mine first. So starting right off the bat, we have a Blood Crypt. I mean, literally, it's one Blood Crypt.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's mostly a green-red deck, right?
Yeah, it's mostly green-red, and he's splashing some black.
For like Chandra and... Or, sorry, Vraska?
Vraska, Ultimate Price, Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decays, Golgari Charm. It's all solo black. There's no... Yeah. So, and then we have 3 regular forest. Three basics. We have 3 Lana War Waste, 2 Mutavaults. You will note I have shiny Mutavaults on mine.
What a psycho. Just look at this list.
So, Abrupt Decay.
I love it.
Or no, excuse me. 2 Overgrown Tombs. So, more black. We have a full playset of Stomping Grounds. Full playset of Temple of Abandons. He's got a full playset of Temple of Malice and 1 Urborg.
So, this deck is so weird. His mana base is insane.
Oh, yeah.
He's running Llanowar Waste, Overgrown Tomb, and a Nissa deck.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why? First of all, Pain Lands are worse than Shock Lands. People need to understand this. Pain Lands will do way more damage to you over the game if they're your first land. And if they're in the late game, it doesn't matter. You just play your Shock Land tap. Stop doing this to everyone.
You notice there's no Temple of Melodies in this.
Yeah, this deck's so weird.
Okay. So let me go into the 1-drops. We have 2 Thoughtseize main board. Okay. Land or card disruption. Not bad.
Sure.
Hand disruption. 4 Elvish Mystics. Okay, so I can amp up to one of my big walkers.
Yep.
Seems good. 2 Ultimate Prices. Well, I mean, with everything coming out with, like, Devotion and, Desecration Demon and all that garbage, it's nice to have something at a 2-drop that kills it. So, 3 Mortars main board. Mortars is a great card.
He gets to kick it a lot, too.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely...
Mana heavy deck.
Yeah, this is a very easy way. This deck can kick Mortars very easily.
Yeah.
4 Caratids.
And that's why.
2 Dreadbores. A Rakdos Return main deck. 1 Abrupt Decay. And 1 Golgari Charm.
This deck.
Alright, so let's go to the 3-drops. We have a Putrefy. And yes, that is a full art Putrefy. And 4 Courser of Krufix.
Yep. Courser, Carotid, Mystic.
So, basically, we have Mystic, Carotid, Courser. Okay, very good combo. We already know this. So, what's your win cons, you might ask? 4 and 5 drops are my win cons.
Well, they're not creatures.
No. We have 2 Chandra the Pyromaster. 2 Chandra Pyromasters. Mm-hmm. Great The zero ability is freaking amazing, especially
Yeah, the plus ability is really good right
yeah.
now too.
Plus ability is great as well.
Mm-hmm.
For Xenagos the Reveler.
If only he could play more.
If he could play more, he would.
Yeah, he might go like 5. They're legendary, so that sucks.
1 Vereska.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 Nissas.
I feel like the number should be like 3 Nissa, 2 Braska.
I feel like the way this deck amps, you need a Garruk in there somewhere.
Yeah, like a Garruk.
Yeah.
Just
a Garruk would be awesome.
This is the deck that I think, like, if you wanted to play Garruk, this is like the deck you'd maybe come up with. Be like, all right, I'm taking out some win conditions for Garruk. Why don't I just take out all of them for Planeswalkers?
Yep.
Done.
Well, you put him out. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna win the game.
Yeah, Garruk wins the game on his own. That's why I've gone up to 2 in my green-black list.
Yeah. So let's go to the sideboard because, yeah. All right, so we got 2 Doomblades. And yes, they're the foily full art kind because I like that one.
Yeah, get over it.
2 more Thoughtseize. 2 Magma Sprays. The other Mizium Orders. 4 Mistcutters.
That's a lot.
I feel like that's way too many, but that's just me.
I don't know, man. Mistcutters are just really good.
Yeah, but I like Skylasher right now.
I think you're insane.
I love Skylasher.
In this deck? This deck has so much mana.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
In this deck, Mistcutter's good.
If I'm like in the Naya deck that I'm playing, then I probably want Skylasher, but not in this deck.
2 Scoozes.
Yeah.
Another Rakdos Return. And another Gargari Charm. So basically, the sideboard's all removal and
4 Mistcutter Hydras.
4 Mistcutter Hydras.
Yeah. Oh, and a Rakdos Return of Thoughtseize. Okay, so basically the sideboard has a decent amount of removal, some disruption, and 6 creatures.
Yep.
A little different.
I feel like you remove a Xenagos, 1 Xenagos, and you put a Garruk in. And just be like, I win.
I don't think he needs these Mystics. I watched like the games, and like the Mystics just seemed really underwhelming.
Yeah. I kind of actually agree with you. The 2 games I've jammed so far, it's like I have Golgari Charm, and I'm like, I'm going to jam it because I'm playing mono red, and I want to get and I'm like, I got a Mystic out. Shit.
Yeah, I think the deck could use like Mystics and Anger the Gods.
I feel like you get rid of the Mystics and you put Anger, like 3 Angers and a Garruk.
I don't know if I want 3 Angers mainboard, maybe a couple.
Like 2
because they do kill your
maybe
Carrigads.
You do like 2...
And your Xenagos tokens.
Yeah, but what you do is you anger... you try to anger and minimize yourself so you don't put your token out. So
I mean, like, Anger is usually good in decks that just don't care about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at my Tarmogoyf, it doesn't matter. Or, whatever.
Yeah.
This deck cares about getting angered, so I don't know if I want too many mainboard. But I think it's certainly a good card that he should have access to. And Mystic just, it's okay. He really likes Elish Mystic, though.
Yeah, he loves it.
In the last Pro Tour, he played 4 Elish Mystic, 4 Carried, 4 Courser as well.
Yeah.
He was on the Red-White Elspeth list.
Yep.
Of course, his own weird version of it.
So, that's my list. I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing what it does against your deck.
Yeah, I
think
there's 2 possibilities. We either have really good games, and they're close, where you like barely stabilize on me, or I just run you over.
Yep.
I feel like that's
why don't you go over your deck list, because I'm having everyone look at it right now. So.
Yeah, okay. So the mana base here is pretty complicated, actually. It's 22 lands, none of which are basics, which kind of makes sense. This deck doesn't really care about dealing damage to itself. So it's taking advantage of the pain lands. Only 2 here, and he's playing Sacred Foundry over extra Battlefield Forge like a good Magic player does. And so he's playing, he's got the Foundries, like all the shock lands for these 3 colors. He's just running 12 shocks. His temples are just 4 temples of plenty, mainly because they come into play tap. They're not as good, but the green-white sources are most important in this deck.
You got red cards. Don't forget to mention, you got 4 mana confluences in there.
Yeah, you also have the mana confluence. But yeah, you don't really have that much red. It's just the Reckoners, but they can be cast with white. And the cards you absolutely need red for is Boros Charm and Rampager. So, not that big of a deal. So it's very, very light on red sources. I mean, considering it's a 3-color deck, he's still got quite a few. So in the actual spells here, it's a Brave Naya deck, so we're running 4 Brave the Elements just to make sure that our guys don't die to stuff like Anger the Gods or whatever, or they can block. Or I think what is going to happen a lot in this matchup is I'm going to Brave for pro green and then attack through his guys. So I think all the creatures in your deck are green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be pretty sweet. We also have Soldier of the Pantheon, which is excellent in this matchup. Xenagos tokens mean nothing to him. He kills Xenagos tokens because of the red and green. He just kind of walks through it. But even in general, Soldier of the Pantheon's really good right now. Mm-hmm. Especially if decks like this start to get popular, where it's good versus pretty much everything in here. Yep. Like the only card is really bad versus Precinct Captain. Fine. We're also running 4 Dryad Mildens. This is the other white 2-1. So we just want lots of them. Also can be cast with green mana, which is excellent. 2 Precinct Captains. They get in there. You can Brave, Pro, whatever, get in, make a token. Then you can do the same thing next time. And you're doing you just keep getting more and more damage until you're at the point where you just don't care. 4 Fleecemate lines, 3 3s for 2 are good. I don't know what else I have to say.
Especially in the control game when you can go, at 5 mana, I can just now make this indestructible.
Exactly. Thanks. If this thing ever monstrosities in like a blue-white matchup, they cannot kill it. They have no interaction. They need to have Devour Flesh. So, and Esper is really not very popular right now. I don't think Esper is a very good list when it's so aggressive like this. You just want to be playing blue-white. Mm-hmm. I've got 4 Sludge Charms. What's really nice about Sludge Charms is it's a creature, it's a trick, and it's a removal spell. All of those are good. I think this is probably the second best charm right now.
Yeah.
I can never say that Golgari Charm isn't the best charm, just because I've been so high on that card for so long.
Now, if I remember correctly, Selesnya does actually exile, so it will get rid of a god if the god goes live.
Yep, which is actually really nice about it. It deals with Thassa. I think Golgari Charm is still better in the matchup because it deals with the true demon, which is Master Waves.
Yeah.
That card's so much harder to deal with than Thassa, I think. Mm-hmm. And by dealing with the Masters, you're also dealing with the Thassa because it gives you a pushing down. So we also have one of the other charm in the main board, Boros Charm here. Pretty good charm. The Indestructible is nice in the control matchups. Mm-hmm. I killed someone today by casting a Voice of Resurgence. They countered it, and then I just charmed them. And they're like, I guess I shouldn't have countered that voice. So you can
never counter voice.
Yeah, never counter the voice. Not at that point anyway. Like if you've ultimated an Elspeth, you just don't care about voice. So he lost that way just because Boros Charm can steal you games. And I've already talked about it. We got 4 Voice of Resurgence. This card's just really good. I think right now its stock is going up because the format's a little more aggressive, but it's also the removals just so good right now. And Voice of Resurgence is really good versus removal. So
yeah, because it's a 2-for-1 no matter what.
Yeah, it gives you a guy after. Yeah. Or if they try to cast a removal spell in your turn, you get a guy out of that.
Yeah.
So it can be pretty huge blowouts. Voice is pretty good in that situation. Mm-hmm. So in the 3 jobs here, we have 4 Boros Reckoners. Great creature. It's one of the ones that we really want to do our little combo on. And part of said combo is, of course, a Johnny. So this card essentially is... Oh, actually, Pat Cox is playing very interestingly. He would play him and then just start plussing and kind of use him as an inevitability. I don't even know how to say that. He would make it so they eventually die. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Mm-hmm. So that's his plan with this.
Generally, I'm the one with the speaking issue here.
Yeah, I know, right? Weird. I did have Bell's palsy, so my left side of the face slows down sometimes. So that's probably why. Happens to me. If I get drunk, you'll see it real good. Awesome. So you can also, what I like to do with this guy is just play him, minus him, and then you've got a 1 loyalty planeswalker that's got this decent ability where you put 2 counters on a guy, and then on the 3rd turn you minus him again. I'm just all about the minus for this, especially with Gorklan Rampager. So this is a combo. You play, any creature. You minus your Johnny, jump and double strike it, and then you attack, and you Gorklan Rampager for 16, 17 damage. I guess it's always going to be an even number. 16 or 18 damage.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous.
That's not nice.
No. Hopefully I get to do that to you, every game. Wouldn't that be great?
Good thing I have enough removal for it.
I actually don't know if you do. Your instant speed removal is 2 Doom... Or what? An Abrupt Decay?
Abrupt Decay.
Look at this list. Does the ultimate price look good to you?
Ultimate Price looks amazing. I can't wait to get Doomblade in.
You can't wait to kill a Precinct Captain or a Soldier of the Pantheon, as it is your only legal targets for that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, that's more or less the plan. That little combo there just does so much damage. That's the main board. the idea is to go on the play if you can, and then just
Yep.
play guys and kill your opponent. So
Yep. It's a fast list.
it really is. Yeah, it's very quick. It's deceptively fast because it is like there's a lot of 2-drops. Like there's a lot of 1 and 2s, but some of them are Brave the Elements. A lot of these are non-creature threats. I guess the only thing here is Forest Charm that's not a creature, but that can also just dome them. So yeah, it's a lot of creatures, guys. 26 plus 4, so like 30 creatures.
So what's your sideboard look like?
Let's take a look. What we have, that should be together. So we have 2 Mizium Mortars. These are going to be coming in the the creature-heavy matchups where I'm trying to like kill your blockers. Like if you're playing Courser of Crucifix, I can kill that and attack through it. Back to Nature is not going to come in here, but I think it was a hedge versus like if there was a Constellation deck that they didn't know about that was really sick, he could bring it in and still be okay.
Someone's actually running like a D-Sphere Banishing Light blue-white list.
Yeah, I don't even know if it comes in then.
I think so, because you don't have
think
Nogari
so?
Charm.
Yeah, I just don't know if you care.
And it's a blowout. Like if he goes, oh, D-Sphere your Fleece Mane, or D-Sphere... So you just go, okay, back to Nature, get 3 threats back. Brave, swing, you're dead.
Sure. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing if some like Psycho was playing that version of the list still.
Yeah.
But I think this is more of just like a hedge card against Constellation. But yeah, I could see it coming in there.
Yeah.
We also have the 3 Cetizen Tactics. I keep calling it Cetizen Tactics, which is apparently wrong. So Cetizen Tactics. These are also coming in creature matchups.
Yep.
I imagine it's going to be pretty good here. Just let my guys, especially if it's like a Reckoner.
Yeah.
Like, all right, plus on my Reckoner, fight your guy, kill your other guy.
Yep.
It's pretty good. And then the 3 more Boros Charms come in versus like blue-white, or anywhere we're just really trying to go off with our combo.
Yep.
2 Banisher Priests, again, they come in the same place that Mizium Mortars does. I'm trying to get blockers out of the way. 2 Evan of the Worm, just a very powerful threat. Can be played at instant speed. Again, versus blue-white decks, I want this. Xenagos, I want this versus blue-white. Johnny, I want this versus blue-white. A lot of this
I don't know. Maybe
a
Johnny might be actually pretty decent against me.
I mean, you're killing my guy, so he's pretty terrible.
Yeah, but I don't have any way to interact with him. So.
Yeah, but he's only good if you have dudes out. Yeah, he might be okay. I don't like this card very much. I don't think he's very good.
I like Steadfast, so.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so let me go to our scene 1.
Yeah.
And just give us a spacer.
Secretly join the match. How we do. You guys will never know.
Yeah, I gotta set that match up. So.
Yeah.
So let me.